So, lovely blue sky, fluffy white clouds, and we're had breakfast and we're off to the Telegraph Museum, which is in Portcurno, and I forgot to set the sat nav. Nice to be moving, actually. It's a bit of a breeze. So we're heading off to the Telegraph Museum at Portcurno. So I'm right down on the Lizard, which, if anyone's watching this abroad, it's right down in the southwest of England, in a county called Cornwall. And there's a sort of let's get my hand around the right way, a claw-shaped bit like that at the end. And I'm in the bottom half of the claw at a place called the Lizard, and I'm travelling around the coast up into the top part of the sort of claw bit to a place called Portcurno. It's going to take about an hour or so to get there, and the roads are going to be, well, kind of like this all the way. It's a shame there's so much traffic about, but that seems to be par for the course living in the UK. Lovely stretch of tarmac, you know, sweeping bends and uphill and down dale and all that. Although I am in the wrong part of the country for uphill and down dale. I mean, that would be sort of Yorkshire, wouldn't it? Let me know in the comments. It's funny actually, now I've got all the luggage off the bike, although obviously the suspension's a bit firmer, the handling is still the same. It still feels really planted and quite confidence inspiring actually. I guess, you know, some of that's down to the tyres. I have to say those Michelin Anarchies, I would not have any qualms about replacing them like for like. The bike had done, I think, about 6,700 miles when I picked it up, and clocked over 10,000 yesterday. And the rear tyre is well, fine. You know, it's they're wearing really well. You know, I mean, I know this isn't the most powerful bike by a long way. It's only about 80 horsepower on a good day. But they're wearing really, really well. So anyway, we're through the wiggly windy bit, and we're going to come up to there's a big aircraft base at just before we get to Helston, and you never know, we might see a helicopter or something coming in over there. So I'll cut the recording there, and we'll catch up with the action later on. So this is the big airbase I was saying about at Helston, or just before Helston, just outside Helston, wherever, tip of Cornwall. I haven't heard any jets being scrambled to go and chase off, you know, some Russian surveillance aircraft or anything. Seen a couple of helicopters going over while I was, you know, cooking my tea or dinner last night. We'll stop calling it tea because it's dinner, although tea and dinner are interchangeable, but tea also means tea, as in cup of tea. Yeah, that's just one of the weird things about the English language, anyway. No wonder foreigners find it so confusing. Oh, here we are. Just come into Portcurno, where the Telegraph Museum is. Oh, it says dead end. Well, I guess that's dead end at the sea. And so the roads have been, once I got off the A30, sort of past Penzance, I've been like this, most of the way. Wiggly, windy, and up and down, and very tight. A lot tighter than this. But I have to say, the old Guzzy is doing really well. I'm so impressed with this bike. It's kind of like a heavyweight version of the Himalayan that I had before, you know. Not quite as tractable, kind of low down. Saying in here, is this it? This looks like someone's drive. Oh, this is it.
Have arrived.
There we go. We've arrived. Let's see if we're allowed to park here. So we go, PK Portcurno, which is the Telegraph Museum. Definitely well worth a visit. Just spent a really interesting few hours in there. And now we're going to meander our way back towards the campsite, pick up some gas for the cooker on the way, and enjoy the bloody sunshine. Just something to be aware of, if you search for the Telegraph Museum on a sat-nav, it doesn't actually take you to the car park, it takes you to the main entrance to the museum. But yeah, really interesting. I must admit, I didn't realise that undersea cabling for telegraphs went back quite as far as it did. You know, it's like 1800s. Bit of the inner nerd coming out there, but it's yeah, definitely worth a visit. And some of them, like the old telegraph machinery, oh, that is beautifully engineered, with you know, hardwoods and all the brass contacts and everything, all individually machined. Yeah, absolutely top craftsmanship. And the part about the Second World War was really interesting, where they dug a bunker into the cliff, and you know, all the different entrances that were made in case of enemy attack or bombing or anything during the Second World War. I guess that was quite a closely guarded secret, the amount of communications that went via undersea cabling, because long distance radio at that time was obviously not that reliable. Some of the intrigue when radio was sort of in its infancy, and the telegraph companies really considered that it was a threat, and some of the sort of skullduggery and squirrel in the road. Oh, we missed him. Some of the skullduggery that went on between the the Marconi company and the cabling companies was proper espionage. Really interesting. Oh look, it's Aston Martin. So it's the airstrip at Culdrose. Just heading back to the campsite now. Bought the ingredients for tea. So yeah, and I'm getting quite hungry now. It's 4:30. Only had a pasty for lunch and a porridge pot, so I'm going to get on back and get some food on the go. I'll maybe have a beer or two, because I'm not planning on going anywhere else tonight. So this is kind of the last afternoon of my little West Country flashed sort of tour, and heading back home tomorrow. Got to break camp fairly early in the morning and hit the road and try and sort of chew some miles fairly quick tomorrow morning. So it's going to be an early start, and straight back to the fast roads, and no detour across Dartmoor or anything on the way back. It'll just be dual carriageway, mile munching all the way. Well, here we go, coming up to the campsite. End of a really good day, really relaxed, nice chilled few days down in the West Country.